Let's get right into it. We're talking about the Maha Kumbh, one of the biggest human gatherings on the entire planet. And we're going to look at how it's secured not just by boots on the ground, but by this incredible invisible web of cutting-edge technology. Just try to wrap your head around this number for a second. 400 million. That's the number of pilgrims expected to attend. To give you some perspective, that is more than the entire population of the United States. The scale it's just staggering, right? And managing that, well, that's a monumental challenge. And that's because this isn't just an event. It's a temporary megacity. It literally springs up out of nowhere, built on pure faith. But the whole thing runs on some pretty serious technology. It's a fascinating mix of ancient tradition and modern innovation. So, that leads us to the biggest question of all. How on earth do you protect a population that's bigger than most countries in a city that's only around for a few weeks? The answer, as we're about to see, lies in a really sophisticated digital nervous system. But hey, before we can jump into the solution, we've got to really understand the problem. And it's not just one thing. It's what's being called a digital double threat, because the dangers are coming from both the physical world and the digital one. So you can think of it like this. The organizers are basically fighting a war on two separate fronts. On one side, you have the very real potential for physical chaos, just the sheer logistical nightmare of managing millions of people. And on the other side, you've got these invisible, but just as dangerous digital threats. On the physical side, just imagine trying to get reliable Wi-Fi working across a massive, sprawling tent city. It's a huge challenge. And at the exact same time, on the digital side, an event this big is like a giant flashing target for cybercriminals. They're trying to spread disinformation to cause a panic. We're trying to steal personal data from millions of unsuspecting attendees. And look, these are not just some abstract threats. Imagine you're actually there, right? Scammers are putting up fake websites to book your stay. Hackers are hitting the public Wi-Fi you just logged into trying to get your banking info. You could even have malicious actors spreading fake rumors on social media to try and trigger a stampede. The digital risk here is super, super personal. Okay, so you're faced with this massive two-front challenge. What do? You build a nerve center. A single, unified brain that can see everything, understand everything, and act on it all in real time. And that nerve center is this, the Integrated Command and Control Center, or ICCC. To put it simply, it's mission control for the whole event. It's the one place where every piece of technology, from security cameras to emergency services, all gets woven together so they can manage threats as they happen. And here is the absolute key to what the ICCC does. Its main job is to take this insane, chaotic flood of data coming from millions of people and thousands of devices and somehow turn it all into a single, clear picture. It's all about finding that one critical signal in a whole lot of noise. So, how does this nerve center actually work? I mean, how does it go from just raw data to actually protecting people on the ground? Well, it's basically a four-step flow. First, it collects data from all over. AI cameras, drones, you name it. Second, it integrates all those different streams onto one platform. Third, and this is the really cool part, AI algorithms analyze all that data in real time. So an AI might spot an unusually large crowd forming way too fast near a narrow exit, a huge stampede risk. And that leads to step 4. Human operators act, dispatching a response to manage that crowd before it turns into a disaster. So, where is all this data coming from? Well, you've got AI-powered cameras that are literally analyzing crowd flow. You have drones giving them an eye in the sky. And you have what are called IoT sensors. These are smart devices that can measure everything from crowd density to air quality. The magic is how they work together. A drone might spot a crowd building up, and at the same moment, the IoT sensors confirm the density is hitting a critical level, and bam, an automatic alert goes out to the operators. But of course, when you build something this powerful, this digital ecosystem, it becomes a massive target itself. It's like building the world's most secure bank vault. You have to make sure the vault itself is impenetrable. And that's why the whole thing is wrapped in layers and layers of advanced cybersecurity. And we're not talking about your basic antivirus software here. They're using something called zero trust principles. Think of it like a top-secret building where you have to swipe your keycard at every single door every single time. There's no such thing as being trusted inside the network. On top of that, a dedicated team is monitoring everything 24/7, and they even use AI to spot threats a human might miss. You know, like one user suddenly trying to access 10 different systems in 60 seconds, that's a classic sign of a breach. And here's the thing. Successfully protecting this digital fortress does a lot more than just keep one festival safe. What's happening here is basically writing the blueprint for the future of public safety on a global scale. You have to see this whole operation as a massive, real-world testbed. The exact same tech and strategies being perfected here to manage a temporary city of millions, those are the very same tools that will one day manage our permanent smart cities, secure huge global events like the Olympics, and help us handle large-scale disasters way more effectively. Yeah, and this quote really just nails it. The Maha Kumbh is providing a blueprint for pretty much all future smart public events and large-scale citizen platforms. What they learn here will directly shape how governments all over the world use tech to keep huge numbers of people safe. So, what are the big lessons here for anyone planning a major event in the future? Well, first off, cybersecurity can't be an afterthought. It has to be baked in from day one. Second, all this fancy tech is useless without perfect coordination between all the different agencies on the ground. And finally, and this might be the most important one, you absolutely have to earn the public's trust by being transparent about what you're doing and proving you can protect their data. And all of this leaves us with one last, really big question to chew on. As our public gatherings get bigger and our world gets more complex, is this kind of intense, integrated surveillance, is this the new price of safety? It's a tough question, and one we're all going to have to think about.